Hugh Hefner's former #1 girlfriend Holly Madison has admitted she was freaked out and ashamed after taking part in group sex sessions at the Playboy Mansion, and was so traumatized by her time at the celeb-packed pad that she developed a stammer. The 37-year-old was Hug's main partner for 6 years, but claimed that behind the glitz and glamour, the late publisher was a cruelly manipulative man who stripped her of her self-worth and offered her thought-opening drugs. The sexy fairy tale Hug would have you believe in was a bedazzled, twisted, toxic prison. And I know that because I spent 6 years as girlfriend #1 to a man old enough to be my grandfather, said Holly, who was just 21 when she got with Hug in 2001. How could I justify such a thing? I'm here for adventure, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm here as a stepping stone to something else, I told myself. And then perhaps the biggest illusion of all, I'm here for love. In her 2015 biography, Down the Rabbit Hole, the blonde Girls Next Door star described how she first met Hug after scoring an invite to a Playboy party whilst working as a busty waitress at Hooters in LA. Having moved from Oregon to study at college and make it as an actress, she hoped the invite could at least score her an audition for the magazine. The dress code specified sleepwear, so she spent what little money she had on a black corset, garter belt, stockings and a short silk robe, and soon found herself partying alongside the likes of Cameron Diaz, Jim Carrey and Leonardo DiCaprio. However, she wrote that the host was slumped in a corner, leading Holly to wonder if he was senile. And when she introduced herself, she scored a simple "nice to meet you, darling," before he moved on to the next person. The party invites kept coming though, and a year later she was a regular. Already dreaming about what it would be like to live in the mansion full-time, Holly said she couldn't understand why none of Hug's girlfriends looked pleased to be there. She wrote, his harem of girlfriends would trickle down to take their seats next to Hug at the dining table. I could never understand their lack of enthusiasm. Initially, I assumed they were spoiled, jaded, or just not a good fit in Hug's world. This may sound naive, but I didn't immediately realize that they were actually required to sleep with him. With the lease on her apartment about to end and her acting career still a non-starter, she decided that becoming a girlfriend could be the answer. She got her big break when Hug invited her to a club night with 6 other women. However, despite the glamour of their all-expenses-paid VIP area, she described her companions as looking vacant. Then she claims Hug held out his hand and offered her sedative pills called Quaaludes, explaining they used to call them thought openers in the 70s. She declined, but on the car journey back, one of the girls warned her they were all expected to join Hug in bed. Reluctant to relive what happened next in detail, Holly admitted she was drunk and woke up the next morning feeling freaked out and ashamed. But she was desperate for somewhere to live, and despite what had happened, the next morning she asked Hug to move in. It soon became clear that life at the mansion was very different to how she'd imagined. The grand staircase was covered in pee stains from his 9 dogs, and there was a strict routine, with the girls required to attend club nights on Wednesday and Friday, followed by a buffet dinner and movie night on Saturday and a pool party on Sunday. When they did get time off, the girlfriends had to be back at the mansion by 9 p.m. The worst part, according to the reality star, was the way Hug tried to turn the girls against each other to create the impression that he was being fought over. He also berated them, ordering Holly not to wear red lipstick again because it made her look old, hard and cheap. Things got so bad that she developed a stammer, but that only endeared her to Hug even more, and in less than 12 months she was promoted to the role of his main girlfriend. So what did that involve? Moving into his room and having him say, "I love you." That was it. Meanwhile, the situation with the other girls was spiraling. Holly claimed drug use was rife, and that one even asked her if she'd be interested in earning extra money as an escort. Nonetheless, after 6 long years, she'd convinced herself she was in love and ready to settle down, although at 70 years of age, Hug was by then infertile. And after a series of subsequent bust-ups, she decided the time had come to make her escape. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe.